If someone I knew got in a car accident, I would advise them to see a chiropractor. And I actually have in the past 18 months. My name is Rachel, and I was involved in a car accident about 18 months ago. And when I was driving, my steering wheel started to just violently shake back and forth. And before I knew it, my car had completely flipped and I was in a ditch on the side of the expressway. I remember looking up and seeing the windshield smashed on my side. And then it just kind of all went really fast. The EMTs came. They put me in a C-collar and put me on a board and transported me in the ambulance to Davis Hospital. I was in the C-collar for a good hour after I was admitted into the ER. When they finally took it off and cleared me to go home, the ER doctor told me if I had any problems, just to take some Motrin. After the crash, I started to get headaches and I felt really stiff. I was having a hard time sleeping because I was just constantly tossing and turning. The headache was just one of those headaches that never go away. And sometimes even taking Excedrin or ibuprofen wouldn't relieve the pain. When I realized that the pain wasn't going away with the directions the emergency room doctor gave me, I realized I had two choices. I could go to a medical doctor and they would probably prescribe me muscle relaxers or painkillers, or I could take my boyfriend's advice and go see his chiropractor. I'm happy about my decision to see the chiropractor. When I first came to the clinic, I had an interview, and then he took x-rays. I thought it was very thorough. The first visit was very thorough. I felt confident about going to see him again because I liked his manner. I liked his philosophy on treatment. It affected me in other ways, such as I regularly exercise 5 to 6 days a week, and after the accident, it was just a lot more painful for me to move around and perform my exercise as vigorous as I like to. So, and when I'm not able to do that puts a strain on my mental status and my physical status. Also, at that time, I was probably the heaviest I've ever been. I stopped exercising both because of the pain and because my chiropractor suggested that I take it easy. The pain didn't go away at first, but I did notice that I had more mobility and also I could sleep a lot better. My medical coverage was $10,000 with my auto insurance, so I had no problems with my insurance company. I would tell people to make sure that they have that amount on their medical, which doesn't really raise their insurance that much. Before I had knee issues and hip issues. Now all those symptoms are gone, and all I have to do when I'm in pain is ice it, and 99% of the time it goes away. And because I have more energy, I can be more active, and I've lost 40 pounds since I started to see him, and I've been able to keep it off. Keep up on the treatment. Now I go once a month just to keep the treatment going, don't stop, because I feel awesome now.